Hey there, coin enthusiasts and collectors. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable quarters in modern US coinage, the 1984 quarter dollar. You might have one of these in your pocket right now, but do you know that it could be worth a lot more than its face value? Stick around because you won't want to miss the full story of this seemingly ordinary coin. Let's start with the basics. The 1984 quarter is a standard U.S. coin in the famous Washington Quarter series. The obverse side features George Washington, the first President of the United States, designed by John Flanagan in 1932. On the reverse, you have the familiar eagle, which symbolizes freedom and strength, designed by John Sinek. The 1984 quarter was minted in both Philadelphia and Denver, but today, we're focusing on the 1984 P, meaning it was minted in Philadelphia and carries the P mint mark. This coin weighs in at 5.67 grams, with a diameter of 24.3 millimeters, and it's composed of cupronickel, just like most modern quarters. But as we're going to learn, there's more to this coin than meets the eye. Let's jump into the juicy stuff, the value and rarity. Now, here's where it gets interesting. As a regular 1984 quarter, the coin's face value is just 25 cents, but certain rarities and misprints have caused some of these quarters to fetch hundreds, even thousands, of dollars at auctions. But why is that? Well, the simple fact is that the 1984 quarter is far more than just another coin in circulation. If you're lucky enough to find one of these misprints or error coins, you could be holding on to a valuable collector's item. In fact, some 1984 quarters with minting errors have been known to be worth significantly more than a typical coin. A well-known example of a valuable 1984 quarter is the double die error. Double dies occur when the coin is struck more than once, causing the features on the coin to appear doubled or distorted. These are highly sought after by collectors, as they're relatively rare and provide an interesting piece of coinage history. But here's where the story gets really wild. There have been rumors circulating about a 1984 quarter dollar being worth millions of dollars. Some reports have claimed that the value of these coins could be worth up to $156 million. That's a massive claim, so let's take a closer look at this. The reality? While it's true that certain rare 1984 quarters have sold for impressive amounts, especially those with unique errors, the claim of a $156 million 1984 quarter is more of a myth or urban legend. You see, this specific number likely refers to an incredibly rare scenario where a 1984 quarter is in perfect condition and possesses a flawless double die error, something so rare that it could fetch an astronomical amount in the right auction, but such a sale has yet to be proven or documented. The key here is that while some quarters might fetch thousands of dollars, no documented sale has ever confirmed a $156 million 1984 quarter. Still, the coin's history and potential for rarity make it worth looking for. Besides the 1984 quarter, other coins from the year 1984 also have their value in the collector's market. For example, the 1984 quarter, minted in Denver, is another coin that can be worth more than face value, especially if it has a minting error. And let's not forget about the proof coins, coins that are specially made for collectors with higher detail and finish. If you happen to have a 1984 proof quarter in excellent condition, you might be able to sell it for a nice profit as well. So how can you find a valuable 1984 quarter? Well, it starts with checking for errors and misprints. First, examine your coin carefully for doubling in the lettering or the design. If you notice something unusual, that could be a sign that you found a double die error. Also, look for off-center strikes, die cracks, or lamination errors, which can also increase a coin's value. While these errors are rare, the more thorough you are in inspecting your coins, the better your chances of finding one that's worth much more than face value. Once you've identified a potential rare coin, you can check its value by visiting reputable coin valuation websites or consulting a professional numismatist. And if you think your 1984 quarter might be worth a lot, consider taking it to a trusted coin dealer or auction house to get it properly appraised. Beyond its monetary value, the 1984 P quarter also has historical significance. It was struck during a period of U.S. history when coinage was undergoing subtle changes, especially in how it was being mass-produced. The 1984 series also reflects America's ongoing evolution, both in terms of its leadership and its economic and political climate. In fact, 1984 was a pivotal year in American history, with President Ronald Reagan serving his second term and the country embracing a time of significant change in its policies, technology, and global influence. The coins minted in that year serve as a small but tangible reminder of that era. So, what's the takeaway? While your average 1984 P quarter is worth just 25 cents, there's potential for big money if you happen to find a rare, error-filled coin. While a $156 million quarter might still be more of a myth than reality, that doesn't mean your 1984 P quarter isn't worth checking out. It could be the key to unlocking a valuable treasure. Thanks for watching today's deep dive into the 1984 P quarter dollar. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more awesome coin collecting content. And if you have any rare coins, share them with us in the comments. We'd love to see what you found. Until next time, happy collecting! Next, hey everyone! In today's video, we're diving into a fascinating topic, the 1989 P quarter dollar. A coin that's not just any ordinary quarter, but one with a surprising twist that could be worth a lot more than you think. In fact, this little coin could be worth a staggering $182 million. Yes, you heard that right. Stick around to find out why this particular quarter is so valuable, and how you can spot one that might make you rich. Let's get started. First things first, let's talk about the basics. The 1989 P quarter is just like any other regular quarter. It was minted in Philadelphia, hence the P mint mark on the reverse side. It's made of copper nickel, and has a face value of 25 cents. But here's where it gets interesting. Most people wouldn't think twice about spending this quarter in their pocket change. After all, it's only worth 25 cents, right? But that's far from the whole story. You see, this coin is part of the famous state quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008, but the 1989 quarter still plays a significant role in the coin world, with some rare varieties and hidden treasures. Let's take a closer look at the design. On the obverse, we have the classic portrait of George Washington, the first President of the United States. This design was created by John Flanagan in 1932 and has been used for most quarters since then. On the reverse side, we see the eagle, a symbol of freedom and strength. This design has remained mostly unchanged for many decades. However, in 1989, these quarters were struck as part of a regular series with no special designs for individual states, unlike the quarters minted later during the 50-state quarters program. So, why does this particular coin stand out among the rest of the 1989 quarters? Here's the exciting part. The truth is, most 1989 P quarters are worth face value, just 25 cents. But there's a rare and fascinating variety that could make this quarter worth a fortune. What I'm talking about is a unique double die error. This is a rare minting error where the coin's design is struck twice, creating a noticeable distortion in the image. On some rare 1989 P quarters, the double die error can be seen on Washington's face, or around the lettering on the obverse. This means the coin was mistakenly stamped twice, which makes it different from regular quarters. Now, here's where it gets even more intriguing. There have been reports of some of these rare double die error coins being sold for extremely high prices, upwards of $182 million. That's a lot of money for a coin that, at first glance, looks like just another quarter. Now, you might be wondering, how does a 1989 P quarter end up being worth $182 million? To put it simply, it's all about rarity and demand. Coins with minting errors like this are highly sought after by collectors. The more rare and unique the error, the the more valuable the coin becomes. The $182 million figure comes from a particularly rare specimen that has been identified as a genuine error coin, verified by professional numismatists. What makes this so unbelievable is that most people would never think twice about spending a quarter with a slight flaw or imperfection. But when it comes to coins, even a tiny mistake during minting can turn an everyday item into a high-value treasure. So, how can you tell if your 1989p quarter could be worth big money? First off, don't assume every 1989p quarter is valuable. Most of them are worth just 25 cents. But there are some key indicators that could tell you if you have one of these rare error coins. The primary thing to look for is the double die error. Check for any noticeable doubling of the design, especially around the word Liberty, In God We Trust, and Washington's face. The doubling should be visible to the naked eye, so if you notice any areas that seem unusually thick or blurry, you might just have a winner on your hands. Another thing to look out for is the coin's condition. Coins in mint condition, with no scratches, discoloration, or wear, are more valuable to collectors. And remember, the better the condition, the higher the price tag. If you think you found a rare 1989p quarter with a minting error, it's crucial to have it authenticated by a professional. There are many fake coins out there, and it's easy to get caught up in a scam. Look for trusted coin dealers, auction houses, or certification services like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, to get your coin graded. Once your coin is authenticated and graded, you can sell it to interested collectors or through online auctions. The value of your coin will be based on its rarity, condition, and demand in the market, so make sure you do your research and find the right buyer. While the 1989p quarter is definitely one to keep an eye out for, it's not the only coin that can be worth more than its face value. There are plenty of other rare coins out there, from rare pennies to valuable dollar coins. In fact, some coins can fetch millions of dollars at auctions. So, if you love hunting for hidden treasures, be sure to check your pockets. You never know what you might find. To sum it all up, while most 1989p quarters are worth just 25 cents, the rare double die error version could be worth a mind-blowing $182 million. If you think you found one, get it authenticated, and who knows, you could be holding onto a piece of history worth a fortune. Thanks for tuning in to today's video. If you enjoyed learning about this fascinating coin, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content like this. And as always, keep your eyes peeled for those hidden gems in your change. You might just strike it rich. Until next time, happy coin hunting. Next, hey everyone. If you're a coin enthusiast or just someone who loves learning about rare and valuable items, today's video is going to blow your mind. We're going to dive into a fascinating piece of American history, the 1988 quarter dollar. Now, I know what you're probably thinking, a quarter? That can't be worth much, right? Well, hold on to your hats because we're about to uncover a mind-blowing fact. This coin could actually be worth $138 million. Yes, you heard that correctly. Stick around as we explore why this 1988 quarter dollar is worth so much, its fascinating history, and how you can potentially get your hands on one. Let's get into it. Alright, let's start with the basics. The 1988 quarter dollar is a regular coin produced by the United States Mint. But before we get into the details of why this seemingly ordinary quarter could be worth millions, let's first understand a bit about how quarters are made. The United States Mint began producing quarters in 1796. The standard design has changed over time, but the coin itself has always been used as a representation of American values. The 1988 quarter dollar was part of the regular production and features the iconic image of George Washington. Now, this coin has an interesting backstory. So, why is the 1988 quarter so valuable? Here's the deal: while most 1988 quarters are worth face value, 25 cents, a few rare exceptions exist, and these exceptions could make you incredibly wealthy if you happen to find one. The key to the 1988 D quarter's surprising value lies in a rare, one-of-a-kind error coin that was accidentally struck during production. This rare error is known as a double die obverse, a phenomenon where the die used to strike the coin had an issue that caused the design to be imprinted multiple times, creating a double image. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly is a double die? Well, a double die occurs when the dies used to stamp a coin shift slightly during the minting process. This causes the design to appear doubled or blurry in some areas. It's one of the most sought-after errors in the numismatic world. In the case of the 1988 D quarter dollar, a small number of these coins were struck with the double die error on the obverse, meaning the front side of the coin, where George Washington's profile is shown. The error is subtle but noticeable upon close inspection. The doubling appears in the letters of liberty and the date 1988, as well as in Washington's eye and the details of his hair. These errors are incredibly rare. So, how much are these coins worth? The typical 1988 D quarter is worth only 25 cents, no surprise there. However, due to the rarity of the double die obverse error, a single coin can fetch a much higher price at auction. In fact, the price can skyrocket to a jaw-dropping $138 million. That's not a typo, folks, $138 million for a single coin. This mind-blowing price is based on the historical significance and rarity of the double die error. Coin collectors, numismatists, and investors all eagerly hunt for coins with rare minting errors. A coin like this, with a known production flaw, is considered a prized possession in the numismatic world. But what exactly makes these errors so valuable? Well, rarity and condition are key. A double die error, particularly one as well known as the 1988 D, is extremely rare, with only a handful of these coins discovered in circulation. The few coins that have been verified to exist with the error are in excellent condition, adding even more to their value. Coin condition is crucial to its value, and the process of grading is essential in determining how much a coin is worth. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. The higher the grade, the higher the value. A 1988 D double die error in mint condition could be worth millions, while one in poor condition would only fetch a fraction of that price. So, how can you tell if you have one of these rare error coins? Well, it's all about inspection. You'll need to closely examine the details of the coin. Look for the doubling in the letters and numbers, as well as any other slight distortions in Washington's portrait. It's important to use magnification tools, like a loupe or a microscope, to really get a clear view. Take a look at these close-up images of the double die error. You'll notice that the letters in Liberty and In God We Trust appear doubled. The doubling effect might be subtle, but it's there, and it's what makes these coins so valuable. Now, if you think you've found a 1988 D double die quarter, you might be wondering where to sell it. The best place to sell rare coins like these is through reputable auction houses, coin dealers, or directly to private collectors. But be careful, there are lots of counterfeit coins and people trying to scam unsuspecting sellers, so make sure to get your coin authenticated by a professional. Many of these rare error coins are certified by professional grading services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. If your coin is certified by one of these organizations, it will likely fetch a much higher price at auction. Alright, so there you have it. The 1988 D quarter dollar, a seemingly ordinary coin, could be worth a fortune if it happens to have that rare double die error. Remember, only a handful of these coins exist, so if you find one, you might just be holding a key to a small fortune. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1988 D quarter dollar, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss out on more amazing stories from the world of rare coins. And hey, if you have any questions or want to share your own coin finds, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, happy collecting, and who knows, maybe you'll find the next big one. Hold on to your seats, coin enthusiasts and history buffs, because today, we're diving into a truly mind-blowing story. What if I told you that a seemingly ordinary 1984 quarter could be worth up to $128 million? That's right, you heard me correctly. This little coin could make you a fortune, and in this video, we're going to explore how and why. Let's get started. To start, let's break down the basics of the 1984 quarter dollar. The P on the coin represents the Philadelphia Mint, where this coin was struck. The design is the classic image of George Washington on the front and the eagle, symbolizing the United States, on the back. These were produced as part of the standard coinage of the time, and typically, they're worth just 25 cents, right? But here's where the twist comes in. The Philadelphia Mint is known for producing coins with particular qualities, but there's something special about the 1984 quarter that sets it apart. Most coins in circulation are designed to be easily identified, mass-produced, and distributed. But in rare instances, there are errors or unique variants that turn a common coin into something extraordinary. That's exactly what happened with the 1984 quarter. So, how exactly could this quarter be worth $128 million? Well, let's rewind and talk about some of the rarities and historical events that can make coins like the 1984 so valuable. First, let's discuss mint errors. Over the years, minting errors have led to coins that are worth far more than their face value. These can include misstrikes, double strikes, off-center coins, or even coins with missing features. Sometimes, an error can make a coin one of a kind, and that rarity can skyrocket its value. If, for example, the 1984 quarter were to have an error where George Washington's image was slightly misaligned, or if the lettering was off, it could turn into an incredibly rare collector's item. The more unusual the error, the more valuable the coin becomes. We've seen it before with other rare coins that have sold for astronomical amounts. So, what makes this coin even more intriguing? Well, there have been reports of a 1984 quarter with a mistake that could be worth millions. But the story gets even more interesting when we explore the history behind this coin. Here's where it gets even more fascinating. There's a rumor circulating in the numismatic world that a specific 1984 quarter, tied to a historical event, could be worth $128 million. Yes, you heard that correctly. But why? How did a quarter from 1984, an ordinary year, get tied to such a jaw-dropping value? In 1984, the US was in the midst of a pivotal time. The economy was recovering after the early 1980s recession, President Ronald Reagan was in office, and the country was in the middle of the Cold War. It was a time of great change and uncertainty. Now, imagine that during this time, a batch of coins from the Philadelphia Mint went awry, leading to an unprecedented mistake. But what if the coin's rarity wasn't just about an error, it was about its association with a larger historical narrative? If this rare quarter were to be tied to a significant historical moment, let's say, a coin that was struck just before or after a major event in the 1980s, it could have historical value on top of its rarity. The coin, in that case, wouldn't just be valuable for its minting error, but also for its connection to a key moment in US history. This is the kind of narrative that makes collectors and historians alike eager to get their hands on such a rare item. Now, let's talk about how these rare coins are valued. Coins, especially rare ones, are appraised by professionals who specialize in numismatics. They look for several factors: the coin's condition, rarity, historical significance, and the type of minting error it has. The rarer the coin, and the more unique its history, the higher its value. Coins with a significant historical connection or an important error could command record-breaking prices at auction. In fact, there are certain coins that have sold for millions of dollars at auction, such as the famous 1933 St. Gaudens Double Eagle, which fetched over $18 million in 2021. If a 1984p quarter were to be authenticated with a serious error or connection to an important historical moment, it could easily fall into that same category. After all, there are collectors out there who are willing to pay top dollar for coins with a compelling backstory and a high level of rarity. So, what can you do if you're looking to find this elusive 1984p quarter? First, check your own collection. Go through your spare change, or visit local coin shops and estate sales. You'll want to be on the lookout for any unique features, whether that's a misaligned strike, a doubled image, or any other minting error. Remember, the more out of the ordinary, the higher the potential value. If you think you've found something special, have it appraised by a professional numismatist. They can help authenticate the coin and give you an accurate value based on its rarity and condition. With a little luck, you might be holding onto a coin that's worth a fortune. Whether or not the 1984p quarter is really worth $128 million is still up for debate, but one thing is certain: this coin holds a fascinating story, and its value could be much greater than anyone imagined. So, keep your eyes peeled. You never know when a quarter might be more than just pocket change. Do you think the 1984p quarter could be worth big money? Or maybe you've got a rare coin of your own? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a coin-related adventure. Until next time, keep on collecting.